Alright y'all, this is our home away from home. We're definitely not excited to be out here. We've got Category 4 Hurricane Helene bearing down on us right now. Basically conditions are going to start deteriorating really quick. And I'm sorry if y'all can't hear me. I got the AC going because the room's relatively warm and we want to get that cooled off. But y'all, things just went from bad to worse. The storm was supposed to be a 3, which we didn't trust it because we knew how hot the Gulf was, and it was all over the place the last few days, but kind of showing this area. And then it's just stayed on us day after day after day, and now it's rapidly intensifying. Currently a 4, and they're thinking it may be a 5 before landfall. If that's the case, I believe that may be the strongest hurricane on record to ever hit this area of Florida. Typically, we just don't see strong hurricanes here in the Big Bend of Florida. It's just kind of the way the shelf is out there, the shallow water, and just things such as that.
Well, they already said that there hasn't been anything this strong since 1850s in this area.
Since the 1850s, and that's where it's currently at. If it gets any stronger, this may be the all-time record, but we're tying something in the 1850s, which doesn't make me feel good. Why now? But you can play that game all day long. So here we are out in our storm shelter. We're going to ride this out. This is going to be very interesting. So if y'all didn't watch the build, this is 6-inch thick solid wood wall shelter. I know you're thinking, wood, are you crazy? Y'all, it's laminated, glued, nailed, screwed, and I actually followed engineered plans on this. No hollow cavities. I don't even think you could shoot a rifle bullet through this. Got a steel door here, steel both sides, and then it's got laminated wood in between, welded all the way around, big steel frame, 1-inch thick steel rods. Y'all should really watch this build. It's one of the first series I did on this channel. So needless to say, this is our first real test of it. We've come out here for tornadoes and other things that didn't hit us directly, small storms, but this is going to be a massive storm. Currently 150 to maybe up to 170 mile-an-hour wind gusts. We don't know how much stronger it's going to get here before long. And y'all, we are scared to death that our buildings may not be out there, our house, the roof on the house and things such as that may not be there when we walk out of here in a few hours. So this is quite sketchy. We're bringing our viewers along for this. We've been preparing for the last 2 days straight. We've picked up everything that could be a ballistic missile around the yard and get flung in 150 mile-an-hour winds, go through a wall, go through the house. Now we're just kind of out here riding it out. Luckily, we have plenty of things to help us out. Not only is this running on solar power from the shop, so when the grid power goes down, we're good. But then we also have extra backup power out here. I'm using my EcoFlow portable power stations. Y'all, we use this stuff. We really do. We show it on the channel. So should somehow we lose shop power, which we won't, it's got enough to run this for a few days, we can hook into this. We've got an AC up here to make it more comfortable, and it's got a steel door that we can fold down when things get really bad, especially like a tornado, or if we start getting some 100-something mile-an-hour winds and we're scared this could get ripped out. Well, we bolt a steel door down, we're good to go. We've got extra lights, we've got weather radios, we've got GMRS radios. I think we're gonna have internet out here because I put a extender out here, part of a mesh system. We're about to test that. We've got a very bad outdoor camera looking back toward the house, but at least it shows us something we can see over there. I've left lights on the porch. You can see if the roof's still on the house, but we're definitely going to get a better camera. Got a TV for weather reports, medical kits, even a little toilet out here that we could use should we have an emergency. Because we're planning on riding this out for quite a few hours out here. So we built something a little bigger and a little more comfortable for not 30-minute tornado warnings. We may have to be out here all night long for a major hurricane like this. And as you can see, we also got a futon, so we can fold this down, although I don't think we're going to be sleeping out here tonight. We're going to be so worried. But it's a nice comfortable place to sit. Got plenty of room for both the dogs to come out here with us. Alright y'all, that's us on the blue dot up there. Here's the storm whipping around. It's starting to get a little spicy outside. We can definitely hear it. So y'all probably can't hear the winds, but it's picking up dramatically. There's one thing I must say I'm impressed with this being a 6-inch thick solid wall shelter. It's whipping out there like mad, but it's relatively quiet in here, which is a good thing because it kind of puts you at peace a little. But here we are in the eye wall of a storm that is showing. Hang on, I gotta check. I haven't checked in a while. 140 mile-an-hour sustained winds and 161 mile-an-hour wind gusts. It does sound crazy out there, but y'all can't hear it with the camera, and I'm not about to open the door. So thankful and happy that it's as quiet as it is in here. And we still haven't put the the steel door down up here on the AC. I actually like the noise of the AC. It's kind of comforting me so we don't hear stuff as bad. We still have power, y'all. The TV's still going. I don't know how. We're in the eyewall right now.
Is everyone okay? Did y'all make it through okay? Okay.
All right, y'all, here it is next morning. So we went inside and crashed for a couple of hours. Thank goodness for all the battery backup power and solar power we have, because I went in there, got a hot shower at about, what, 2 a.m. this morning. And then we turned on the AC and I've crashed. I've mentally just been absolutely exhausted dealing with this. So the good news, here it is next morning. You can see we're letting animals out. They're freaking out. We had to lock up the chickens yesterday so they wouldn't literally blow around and be killed in this mess. And we've already started doing some minor inspection. But y'all, God is good. We rode that thing out over 100-mile-an-hour winds here, and thus far I'm looking around and I think I see less damage than with the other hurricanes that grazed us. And that's most likely because Mother Nature has done been hit. It's done pruned for us, so to speak. It's done hit us so many times here recently. This is our third hurricane, plus we've had tornado outbreaks. I think everything's pruned. However, we do have some bad news. We have lots of good news. The roof's on the house. We're safe. We're reaching out to family, finding out all of them are safe, but we did lose one of our icons here. All right, so Tiffany's gonna babysit these chickens. We still got to put tarps on, and I mean, we still have a day to 2 days worth of bringing stuff back out that we put up for the storm. So she's gonna take care of them. They need to get out. I'm sure they are just absolutely going crazy, having been blown around in a hurricane last night. But let's start looking. I know this is what y'all want to see, y'all. Not a single piece of tin missing off of this roof. My barn's still standing. You know, I'll just have to go around and make sure there's no broken glass and, you know, trucks, tractors, anything like that. But y'all, we did really well on our cleanup. We took anything that was lightweight and we packed it in the barn, and everything else that's out here is something we didn't think could blow around even in a major hurricane. But as of right now, I don't think I see any damage. Roof is still on the shop over here. I see some bent up tin on the house, but so far so good. We'll go over and take a closer look at that. Check this out. You would think over 100-mile-an-hour winds, which were confirmed here by some meteorologists, would take down your fence. This is why I overbuild stuff like crazy, y'all. I mean, it ripped flowers completely out of there. Super high winds, but it's still standing. Our shed's still standing. Everything looks okay. I am blown away that I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Very little damage other than some minor metal peeled up on the house. That's not what I was expecting, y'all. I was so concerned that it was just going to take the roof off this house right here. It's like a huge umbrella, basically. So damage probably going to be just like the last hurricane. We got well-built structures here. They're making it okay. I'm so thankful for that. But tree damage, this is what breaks my heart. Now, don't let me overplay this, y'all. It's a tree at the end of the day. And we're just thankful that our lives are spared in our home. You know, the heck with the tree. If I didn't have a roof on my house today and nowhere to crash and kind of call base camp to go out and start cleaning up, I'd be heartbroken. But y'all that's been with us forever knows how special this big oak was to us. This is actually the logo to our channel. This is why we built the house where we did, so we could have this view. And we probably lost a third of that oak. It completely split out a huge section of it, which means this oak is probably gonna die. It's done been hit so hard by so many hurricanes, and a tornado one year tore a ton of trees out of it. But now we have a massive cavity in it over here, which is just gonna fill up with rainwater. I don't know if you realize how big this is. For example, look at me next to this tree right here. Holy smokes. We won't ever get another tree like this in our lifetime. So yep, that's gonna fill up with water now. And I do believe our big beautiful tree is no more. I seen this about 2 a.m. this morning with a flashlight and my heart sank. But to be honest with you, I told Tiffany yesterday when we seen that we were getting directly in the path of a storm that at time had 160 something mile-an-hour wind gusts, I said there's just no way that tree out in this big open field is gonna make it. And it kind of did, kind of did not. I'm gonna show y'all something I do every time. These doors are known to blow in when you get major hurricanes like this and these high winds. So I'll actually run either heavy duty straps, or this time I did chains across them, back a vehicle into them if you got one that it's not gonna damage. Because whenever these try to blow in on you, I mean, all that's holding them is a little strip of metal right here. So when the middle sags in enough, well, these just can pop and come on in. So putting a vehicle against them, chaining them, X bracing's really good. You can see I pulled my Ranger up against this. I had a 2x4 up there, but it fell down. I believe that's what's kept these doors from blowing in through all these hurricanes we've had. But always brace your roll-up doors. These things aren't the world's strongest for 100+ mile-an-hour winds. All right, so far so good down here at the chop shop. I don't see no metal peeled off the roof. Well, this big beautiful oak where I used to always sit under for shade whenever we dove hunted, it couldn't make it either. Look over there, it just split this big beautiful oak right out the middle. So it's probably gonna die as well. The entire food plot is just laid down. This was all really tall millet. It's all laid down this exact direction. So you can tell when the hurricane went by. So the hurricane was crazy. The eyewall come directly over us, then it started doing a hard shift east. Like I ain't never seen one move like that. So we stayed in the eyewall a while, and then it went on this direction north, and then we got in the west eyewall, which is the north wind. You can tell how it just laid everything down. So we stayed in the eye longer than I was expecting for as fast moving as that hurricane was. Well, I got me another cherry for firewood, y'all. At least that one's easy to get to. Oh boy.
At least our citrus is still there.
Yeah, our citrus tree didn't make it right there, but y'all, what a jungle. I can't even begin to tell you how many trees we have lost. So as we're driving over here, I could stare across the field and I'm already just seeing open pockets everywhere in here. So without even making it any further in this, which we can't, we've lost a ton of trees, Yeah, there's supposed to be, I'm not supposed to see the sky. There's supposed to be trees everywhere in there. I'll never get all this cleaned up. This is just insane. My poor woods just can't catch a break. Third hurricane in 12 months. Plus, I mean, yeah, I just snapped off trees as far as I could see out there. Well, y'all, hope y'all ready for some trail clearing and tree cleanup this winter. We're gonna take advantage of the cool weather and at least try to get our trails and woods back. But I'll never get all the trees out of here. They'll just have to rot. All right, now here's the cool part. We come back in at 2 a.m. last night, and house still had power. Everything was powered up because we turned this system on yesterday afternoon before we ever got in the storm shelter. So I came in last night, took a hot shower, ran a 240-volt well pump. We flushed toilets, do whatever we want, and we turned on our central AC, slept with fans. This is awesome, y'all. I bring this up because y'all always ask about our systems. This is a big part of our channel. Yes, we do show some of this stuff because y'all are interested. Yes, we are sponsored. I totally get that. But we have used this stuff so much now, it's become an important part of our life. And y'all always have questions about how did it do. We have been using the heck out of it. Sponsored or not. By the way, we have quite a bit of our own money in this system as well. This has become an important part of living down here. Third hurricane, 12 months. Plus a tornado outbreak. Plus we lost power a few weeks ago randomly, and we have no idea why. We've lost more power in the last 12 months than we have since we've owned this property for 11 years. Now here's the bad part. You can see I'm only a little below 50%, and I've been running since yesterday. That's awesome, but we need to charge this up because we like using this at nighttime because it's completely silent. Well, I don't have my solar array outside the house just yet. We're going to put a 4,000 watt solar array out there. If I did have that out there, we would never have to fire up a generator. But we're going to cut this off, fire up our big generator, run our AC, charge this up, and then use this all night long again. I also use this new little unit right here. I'm testing it out. It's been running since yesterday. And I use this as a battery backup for all of our internet until we lost it late last night, probably because a tree broke the fiber line. By the way, I was just telling y'all, right behind this fence that did not blow down, thank goodness, this is where I'm about to build that 4,000 watt solar array for our EcoFlow Ultra system in there. That's going to be sweet. So now anytime anything hits, as long as it's a beautiful sunny day like this, which a lot of times it is after a hurricane, believe it or not, we'll make so much power we can run the entire house, including central AC, well pump, does not matter, and still charge the batteries up before nighttime. Then I don't have to get this 200-pound thing out anymore or listen to it. I'm gonna have to hear it all day long though. But with that said, I'm so thankful we have this and everything else that we do. All right, and for the people that are curious about solar, it's definitely one of the more popular things we do on the channel. I still have yet to clean off all my wiring in here. I think I'm gonna build a server rack over here, but this system is still running great. I think I've been running this around the clock for at least a year and a half now. And this is our Orient power system. That's what I have that panel set up on out there. Although I do need more power over here, but this works very well. That 4,000 watt array I was just telling you about we're going to put over here, I'm going to have it where we can split part of it and come out to the shop, and then the other part to the house, to our EcoFlow system. But I'm currently running one of their big 11,700 watt hour batteries and two of their 5,000. So I'm only running a little over 20,000 watt hours out here, and it does an excellent job unless we have multiple cloudy days. I want to get to at least 30,000 watt hours of batteries, and I think doing server rack batteries is going to clean it up and be the right thing to do. But this pretty much runs my shop around the clock the entire month. And it's thanks to y'all we have this stuff, because back in the day I had no plans on doing solar, but now I use it. This literally pays me back every month with my power bill on the shop. It cuts it way down, and then whenever we have hurricanes and storms like this, oh man, it's so nice having all these different solar power systems. All right, so here we are over at the property. which we were so concerned was going to be leveled when we got here. Y'all, the news looks so bad. So this is only a few miles from the coast. It's closer to the coast than our other house is. And I'm sure y'all have done watched on the TV the stuff back at the coast this direction, all the little towns that we fish and hang out and know people with houses there. I've never seen anything like it. Like, just obliterated. Houses completely washed out into the ocean, the canals, nothing but foundations. Looks insane.
Devastating.
Absolutely devastating. So our hearts break for those people. But with that said, we thought for sure we were going to come over here and all these big beautiful pines and trees were just going to be, we thought this property was going to be leveled. You're talking 100-something mile-an-hour wind coming in off the coast here. So as you can see, we've only got a few that are broke over. We're going to have to cut our way up to the front side of the property, but thus far what I'm seeing, we can't even remotely complain. I am so happy with what I'm already seeing. Like, we are so blessed that we have no more damage at the house and over here than we do. We thought this was just going to be trashed. All right, y'all, again, feeling blessed down here at the river lot. All I see is a bunch of limbs down, just a few trees blown down. More firewood, right? Not as bad as I was thinking. And now the river looks really opened up, so we must have lost some trees over there. I've yet to walk over there. Yeah, I don't remember it being this open, so something else is blown down into the river. We're definitely missing some trees. Some must have floated away. All right, now the big question, did we get enough rain from this storm up north? It was moving so fast, probably not, because these little rivers are notorious for flooding very quickly after storms like this. But this hurricane was moving so fast, I pray it didn't dump enough rain up there. It'll actually be a few days before we see that down here. I hope we're not going to deal with a flood after this thing. That's the only other lookout that we have. All right, boy, you got your dip in? And speaking of, this river's already up a foot and a half in 2 days. I know a lot of y'all were concerned about our new property. We were expecting way worse than this. This is nothing. I'm very pleased with this. I'll bring the tractor down here with a grapple. We'll grab all these piles. We'll have this cleaned up in no time. All right, y'all, let's wrap this video up. Really, there's nothing much else to show. We are unbelievably blessed, y'all. Unbelievably blessed. I cannot believe the lack of structural damage that I'm seeing here. So supposedly the sheriff's department way north of us recorded 120 mile an hour wind gust. We're way south, closer to the coast. I don't know what it got here. Sadly, my weather station quit working because it needs internet to communicate and log data, and it quit working long before the eyewall hit us, and we were already in the 50s then. But again, we had some storm reporters right here in our area, like literally a mile away. They were reporting over 100 mile an hour winds, so it got nasty here, no doubt about that. I think what I'll do in the future is carry the weather station little digital screen in here, and it should be able to communicate just fine, so I can see real-time data even without internet, because it communicates via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi signal, something like that. I wish I had done that, but it really doesn't matter. Well over 100 mile an hour winds, and they were sustained for a little bit here, being that we were in the eyewall for a period of time. Cannot brag enough about this storm shelter, y'all. Tiffany and I felt so comfortable in here. This was its first really good test. I honestly don't think we'll ever leave. It's so nice to be able to crawl out of this thing as soon as storm passes, go check on your animals, check on your house, see if you need to tarp something up, if a roof's ripped off. It is so nice to not have to leave and drive hours or a state away and then try to spend the next 2 days fighting your way back. You got to think, there's traffic, there's wrecks, there's accidents, there's power lines down, there's trees down, all kinds of stuff. So just knowing that we can be safe here and then come back out, all such a blessing. I ain't gonna lie, this storm was so powerful and so crazy. Now this is the third one in 13 months that's hit us. I was thinking about building a new storm shelter, but this did so well. We felt so safe in it. We're gonna continue to use it. Y'all keep asking about mom and dad. They got a little bit of roof damage. They got some leaks. Going to try to see and pray that insurance takes care of that. They're tarping everything up. We'll probably head over there before long and see if there's any hurricane cleanup. Appreciate y'all asking about them. We've checked on lots of families and friends around here. Nobody that we know has had a total loss other than maybe one person up here on the hill at the coast. Whole different story. Total losses everywhere, y'all. Thanks for thinking of us. Hurricane cleanup videos coming out, but at least we're going to run some cool equipment. Then we're going to get back to all these awesome projects that I keep telling y'all about. I'm ready to get cleanup behind us. We got some fun stuff planned. Catch y'all on the next one.